Hi guys, I'm Jess, and today I'm going to be showing you how I did my makeup for my engagement pictures. It actually is this look right here, and I think it photographed beautifully and just wanted to share it with all of you. Subscribe to my channel down below before you head off to watch another video, and I hope you love it. So to start this look, I'm going to prime my face, and I'm going to start with the Porefessional from Benefit. I like to use this on my nose and just this area right here. It's where I have the largest pores, and this primer really helps to minimize the look of those, which I really like. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use That Gal by Benefit Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna put a light coat of that all over my face. Now that that's on, I'm going to go on with foundation, and today I'm going to be using the Tarte Double Duty Beauty. It's actually the Shape Tape Matte Foundation, and I have it in the shade Fair Light Neutral. It comes with a little brush like this. So what I like to do is just take my foundation brush, and today I'm actually using the stippling brush from Ulta, and I just dab the makeup on the top of there, and then just work it into my skin. Now that that's blended in really nicely, I'm going to go on with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I have the Fair Neutral shade, and I'm just going to put that, put a little line under each eye to help conceal those dark circles. And I'm going to use this same stippling brush from Ulta to blend that out. And I'm going to go back and forth in a sweeping motion and then slowly start to bring it down and out. Alright, now that I blended that out under my eyes, you can see that there's a little concealer that came like up into the inner area by the tear duct. And I'm just going to actually blend that out over my eyelid, and that is what I'm going to use as my eyeshadow primer. I'm going to set the makeup now, and I'm going to do that with the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender and dip it in here and really focus under the eyes. And then also I like to focus on my forehead just because I raise my eyebrows way too often and I don't want the makeup to crease in those wrinkles. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Now I'm going to take my powder brush from Morphe. It's from the 502 Vegan Set. And I'm just going to brush that excess powder away. I'm going to go in with the MasterBronze by Face Studio from Maybelline. It comes with 4 shades, a contour, 2 bronzers, and then a highlighter. I'm going to be using the contour from this palette. I'm just applying that to a flat top foundation brush. I'm using this dark shade on the end here. And I'm really going to focus that right underneath my cheekbone just to create a shadow and make my cheekbones look a little more defined. And also around my hairline, which is going to create the illusion of a smaller forehead because it'll look like there's a little bit more shadow there. And finally, I'm just going to get a little bit on the brush and make sure I tap off the excess. I'm going to do right along the edge of my nose here, and that really just makes your nose look a little slimmer. Next, I'm going to take this small flat top brush and I'm going to use the highlighter from the same palette, and I'm going to just put that right along the top of the cheekbone there. And it's pretty subtle, but I didn't want flashback in the pictures, so it actually worked out perfectly. Next, I'm going to take the angled blush brush from Morphe, and I'm going to apply blush. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Twinkle Pink today. Just get that on there. Make sure I tap off the excess. And I'm really going to focus this on the apples of my cheeks and then bring it up slightly. Now that my face and base layer is complete, I'm going to go ahead and start on my eyes. Since we already primed those, I'm going to jump right in with shadow. Today I'm going to be using the Morphe Fall Into Frost palette. So to start, I'm going to take this Morphe M321 brush, and I'm going to start with this lightest matte shade down here in the bottom. I'm just going to cover my whole brush with that. And I'm really going to focus it on the outer edge of the crease here. And once most of that pigment is gone, I'm just going to sweep it in a couple times. Okay, now that I have a nice base layer down, I'm going to go on with a little bit darker nude color, and I'm going to go in with this third matte shade right here. And this one, I am going to tap off the excess because I want a little bit less pigment with each color that I go darker. Again, I'm just going to start in this corner here, keep it even a little more refined. And when I bring it in, I'm only going to go about halfway. Next, I'm going to go in with another matte neutral, and I'm going to go in with this 5th shade here. And that one I'm going to focus a little bit more on the tip of the brush. I don't know if you can see that. But still tap off my excess. And with each shade, as each shade gets darker, I actually try to keep it a little lower on the eyelid. I'm going to go in with this deepest matte nude shade, and I'm going to get a very small amount on my brush there and really just put it right on the outer edge. I'm going to take a blending brush, and I really like the Morphe M330, and I'm just really gonna blend that out to make it look like more of an ombre effect as opposed to several different colors placed next to each other. I'm gonna continue using this M321 from Morphe, and I'm gonna go on with this 4th lightest shimmer shade here. And I'm going to do the inner corner here just to add a little shine. It will also make the eyes look a little bit bigger and more open, which I think will be great for pictures. And I'm going to take my brush here and wet it with my setting spray, which is the Hangover 3-in-1 from Too Faced. And I'm going to use that same shimmer shade and really get a lot of color on the brush. And I'm really going to pack that onto the inner edge here. So as you can see, I definitely have a line where the shimmer stops on each side. I'm just going to take that same blending brush I used earlier, the Morphe M330, and I'm really just going to drag the shimmer edge over towards the outer edge of the eye. And then I'm also going to do the opposite and drag the matte in towards the inner corner where the shimmer is. I'm just going to take a little bit of the 3rd shade I used, which is the 5th in the palette here on the bottom. I'm just going to get a little bit on the brush and then just very, very slightly smoke out the lower lash line. Now that those are curled, I'm gonna go in with the Lights Camera Lashes mascara from Tarte, and I really love this mascara, I think it really seems to coat every lash and just gives a lot of volume and length. Okay, now that the mascara's on, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil, and I use the shade Taupe. I'm just going to put a few hair-like strokes here on the edge, the inner edge, and once I feel like I have that filled in pretty nicely, I'm just going to draw a line of where I want the edges to be. I'm going to do that on the top and the bottom. And then just fill that in with horizontal strokes. By the way, if you're really into watching makeup tutorials and you ever watch Laura Lee, this eyeshadow look was inspired by her how to blend like a professional video. Now that I have those filled in how I want them, I'm going to take the other end, which is actually a spoolie, and just do little strokes to brush through, which is just going to make the eyebrows look a little more natural. I'm going to finish up this look with a nude lip, and it's actually the Nude Set from Pur that came with a lipstick, a lip gloss, and a lip liner. So I'm just going to go in and line my lips. Now that I have those lined, I'm going to go in with the lipstick that came in this set. And this is actually pretty cool. It comes with a little mirror here, which I really like if you're not, you know, sitting in front of a mirror but need to redo your lipstick. I'm going to finish off the look with adding a little gloss. Alright guys, this is the finished look. I got a couple of my engagement pics back and it definitely did photograph beautifully. I would recommend this for any pictures you are taking, or even just if you want a neutral look for the day. And I will post a couple of the pictures after this video ends, just so you can see them. And also want to give a shout out to our photographer, Morgan Clausen. If you ever need pictures in Central Illinois, I highly recommend her. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!